Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about recreating things, creating things, trying to change the 3D. So trying to change what is, trying to change something on the outside, and why this stuff is not about trying to change stuff on the outside. It's all about changing on the inside. So telling yourself another story, but turning it all inward. So not looking at the outer world, because the outer changes when the inner changes. So if you're doing stuff inside, doing the internal work, and then looking for it on the outside, that's not the way that this works. Don't look for it on the outside, just keep to the inside. Everything should be on the inside. So let's say that you're affirming, for instance. Affirm for your subconscious, affirm for changes inside, and don't affirm for changes on the outside. Because as soon as you do that, then you're chasing it. So you're affirming, but you're actually chasing the things that you want. So it's not just affirming, I'm talking about anything, even if you're visualizing, only visualize to change your reality on the inside, and then the outside will always catch up. At some point the outside is going to catch up, but if you continuously do it and then look for changes on the outside, what you're doing is you are fighting with the 3D, and there's no point in doing that, because the 3D is only coming from what's going on inside of you. It's only there because of what's going on inside. So there's no point in fighting with it. If you can get calmer on the inside and just enjoy what's going on inside, know that everything that you do, whether it's an affirmation, a visualization, scripting, it's all for your inner world. It's all for the subconscious. Just imagine everything you do is dropping into the subconscious. So if you do like affirmations and you enjoy them and you feel good when you say them, or you at least feel neutral, that's it. It's the neutral state really that you want. Just imagine every single statement that you make is dropping into your subconscious, is building and building and building until you start to feel differently on the inside. Your inner world starts changing, your outer world starts changing. But don't say an affirmation in order to drag something into you that's on the outside that you're trying to drag to you. That's not what an affirmation should be looked at as. If you haven't seen my last video on emotionless affirmations, have a look at that. So really it's all inner. Everything is created on the inside and then it eventually shows up on the outside. So again, just bring it, so it's a really, really short video. It's just one that I want to reiterate, because I do talk to people and they're going, I'm doing all of this and I can't see any changes here. Yeah, because you're doing it and then you're looking for changes. So you're trying to change your outer world, but when you should be trying to change your inner world. It's all what's going on inside of us. It's all based around our subconscious really. And so the outer, what we see in the 3D, is a byproduct of our subconscious mind. So, but it all works together. You don't have one without the other. You can't have one without the other, but it all starts internally. So if you bring your focus back to the internal and think, all I'm trying to do is change my energy within, to change what's going on within my subconscious. That's all I'm looking at doing. The rest has got to catch up at some point, but I'm not looking for it, because then I'm changing what this is. I'm trying to make it something different, and it isn't. It just isn't. It's internal. The external is part of it, but it isn't separate from it. So you can't bend reality and move into a different reality, or whatever it is that we're doing here, if you're trying to do it on the outside, if you know what I mean. You're trying to do it then looking, where is it? Where's that change? Because it just simply doesn't work like that. The change happens inside. The change always happens inside, and then the outside has to catch up with the inside. I'm going to stop that there, because that is really as complicated as this needs to be. It's not complicated. Again, I just want to remind yourself, as soon as you feel like you're trying to change something on the outside, think, that's not going to work for me. How can that work for me? Because I'm trying and I can see it's not changing. So I'm fighting with 3D. I'm fighting with what I am creating myself. I'm creating it and I'm fighting with it. That's just crazy. So I need to bring it all back. Just think, I'm trying to make a change within, and then eventually that will catch up. But I'm not looking at doing that. I'm looking at changing, because if your inner world, every time I say world, I struggle to say world without sounding really West Country. I can't say the word properly. Your inner world, doing it again, oh, that's all that needs to change. That's all that you need to worry about, because when that is different, you'll feel differently. When you feel differently, then that's awesome, isn't it? That's all that it's about, is feeling better. We feel better by bringing it back to self and bringing it back to it being about the internal, the external. Don't fight with what you are creating. What is the point? That is crazy talk, to fight with what you're creating yourself. And as soon as you're fighting with something, just imagine what's going on inside of you. So, okay, we're bringing it back to calm. Let's look at what's going on inside, only concentrate on that. Forget about the outside, because it will catch up at some point, but we can't fight with what we are ourselves creating. Okay, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'd love for you to do that. Sorry, I didn't mention, I do write books. All of my books are listed below. My coaching is available on my website. Thanks for watching.